Today we are going to have lots of fun experimenting with simple household products, air drying clay, acrylic pour, and some super simple techniques to make a stunning lighthouse piece. I just can't wait to show you the finished results. Let's get right into it. Now I'm back in my studio and I am ready to create. When I was away, I went to the seaside many times and I remember that I really wanted to create a lighthouse. So the time has come, I'm ready, and I've been thinking what media to use. There's something that I very rarely use and I'm still hesitant, but I'll try it today. Air drying clay. I think this is going to be perfect for this project. These are some leftover bits. Before I try and form the lighthouse, I need to sketch something first, don't I? So I keep it in an airtight jar so it doesn't get dry. I'm wondering whether this canvas is suitable for the lighthouse. I think I wanted this size. It's slightly curved. Okay, so there'll be something here, something like that. I think for the shape is fine. I'll add windows later on, and I do want those curved ones on the top. That will look interesting. Press harder so I can transfer it to my clay. Hopefully I've got enough. Trying to roll yeah, the height of the tower, and now I can flatten it. Not sure how thick I want my tower to be. Okay, now to stop me from going too low, I should put some wooden pieces aside. This way I will never go flatter than the height of the ruler. I've actually rolled much more than I needed. Time to transfer my tower, and this is the best thing ever because you don't have to do anything. You just put it down. Don't try to press too hard because you're going to destroy your shape. Lead transfers beautifully. The darker your pencil, the better it transfers. You see? How easy was that? And I haven't decided what the bottom is because there will be some rocks, I'm imagining. Time to cut it out. And as you can imagine, I'm not going to cut any of those bits, just the outlines. If you're worried about your silicone mat, you can put it on something else. Ooh, very satisfying. I like cutting towards the edge because then you can very easily remove the section. I'm going to touch the edges once I cut everything out. I don't have to worry about this bit. I'm not going to cut it out. I can add it later. It's going to be much easier. And now I can tell you why I prefer the real clay. Once you cut it, it gets a bit, I would say, like hairy. Obviously not hairy, but just look at the close-up. See what I mean? Kind of like a ripped page. And I find it a bit annoying, but nothing that we can't fix later. Of course we can. Oh, I wanted to thank everyone for sending me messages and wondering how I was. Thank you so much for your concern. I really appreciate it. And a huge thank you to my amazing patrons as usual. I really appreciate you guys. You're helping me create free episodes for all of you lovely YouTubers. So this goes back to the jar, of course. It's going to be useful for later. I'm going to smooth the edges because I want them curved. Behaves really well with water. Look at that. It's nice and round. So yes, I was moaning about the hairy bits, but they're so easy to remove, so I forgive this clay. Once I smooth the edges, I can press down. And this is just an edge of a cardboard. And I can make some imprints. So there are some little indents, I hope you can see that. Of course I'll be painting the tower later anyway. Now I'm thinking how to do the windows, and I found this. I wonder if this is going to work, but I also have to decide how many partitions I want on my tower. One section, I don't know, 2. Do I want the windows curved? Okay, I obviously don't want them to look like this. However, there was a nice indent for the top of the window. So now I'm doing this. See? I think that's really cute. Okay. 2 windows. I know there should be a door somewhere. I found this. There's so many useful things around that we don't think about, you know. All right, I'm going to leave it to dry. I think I'm pretty happy with this one. My lighthouse looks almost dry. Where do I want it, and how am I going to do the rocks? Gesso would be the easiest, but I could definitely try aluminium foil. I'm tempted. Yeah, I can definitely shape some rocks like this. I wonder if I could make like one big island. Let's try to make one. Okay, shall we glue this? I want it to be very secure, so I think I'm going to use both diamond glaze and glue gun. I'll stick the edges with diamond glaze and the midsection with this, just to create some more bulk. Edges with this. Where was it? Somewhere like that. Oh, it's so warm. That's nice. And of course it's going to be covered with either heavy gesso or perhaps all-purpose filler. It's going to be super secure, solid. Now be careful, don't get burnt when you're doing something like this. Could use tweezers. And now I'm thinking, what do I want my sea to look like? I will be adding more on this side. Now you will probably laugh at me because I remembered that maybe a year ago I made a seascape tutorial. I really like the outcome. I've got it on my wall. I forgot how I did it. I actually find it hilarious, so I am going to find it on YouTube. What was it? Seascape. Oh yeah, this one. I wanted to see. Oh, okay. I do have a smaller palette knife. Did I use all-purpose filler? I bet I did. Yes. I'll be able to. Okay. Thank you, AB Creative, for this useful tutorial. I was just about to mix my gesso with all-purpose filler when I remembered that I bought something probably 2 months ago and I even haven't opened it. Look, modeling paste, yay! I hope this is going to be my best solution. Oh, nice. Can be used alone or mixed with acrylic color. It's more runny than I thought. Moment of truth. I have no idea. Oh, oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, I love it already. I just touched it and I love it. I love the consistency. Oh my goodness. This. Okay, let's spread some of it here. So this is going to be my water, obviously. This is so funny. I honestly touched it and I'm in love. I can create some waves between my rocks. Actually, let's see what happens if I... Yeah, because I'll have to smooth some of the rocks, won't I? I don't want the rocks to look like aluminium foil. So I can use that one as well. I'm so glad I remember this. Yes, this is going to be my perfect solution. I wonder how thick can I leave the layer? I really wonder. Okay, let's create some waves now. This paste is like super smooth. Trying to create a bigger wave, but well, that's better. That's nice. I don't think I told you my plans regarding the background, the sky and the sea, but I'm planning to pour some paint on both. And I was about to do it. I found some leftover paints that I have. These are my mixes from previous paintings. I'll tell you what's in it. With the blues, there's a bit of phthalo blue and phthalo green with a bit of white. We've got the same with a bit of Prussian blue and a bit of black. It's a really nice color. What else I have? I might use it for the sky just a little bit. So in here we've got pink blush, pale pink and quite a lot of white. So basically not many colors at all, but I thought that it probably makes sense to quickly paint the sea with one color. So I'm going to just paint the sea with some dark blue. Oh, I'm liking this color. Let's see. Whoa, very dark. Thank you very much for your suggestions. I got quite a few very interesting ones. I put them on my list. Thank you so much. I always ask for suggestions, and especially maybe for pictures that inspired you. It's such a stressful thing, you know, coming up with a new idea every week. If you create something inspired by my videos, thank you so much for crediting me. I think it's a wonderful thing to do. I taped it because I didn't trust myself. We are ready to pour. I'll be pouring just the sky. I think it's more sensible doing it in two-part. Oh, see, varies me. I do love mixed media, so it's fun doing a bit of this and a bit of that. So far I'm happy. That's a nice color for the sky, I think. So this is going to be my main color. To have a bit of gray as well. I can always add more. Still thinking about this pink, you know, I do like it. Darker blue, be a nice combination. Okay, a bit of pink, yeah, why not, why not? Making sure I got enough. Oops. Oh, I love those colors. Okay, ready, steady, go. Okay, I am using the bigger one. This contraption is seriously falling apart. I don't recommend you using it. It's quite dangerous. I can't find the same hairdryer anywhere, and I love this one. I think I'm emotionally attached to this one. That's why I keep using it. Okay, revision time. I kind of like this part. Okay, so that means I need to add a little bit more pink somewhere here. The last thing I'm going to do is this, covering the edges with the same color. Well, I knew it, and you knew it probably. I can't wait. So I am going to risk it, and I'm going to do this thing now. The good news is I'm not going to blow anything. My only worry is this, but I can fix it later. That's fine. I do have some paper towel. This is a regular paper towel for a swipe. I am going to spread some of the color just like this in places. A bit of this and a bit of the other ones. And if there are some gaps between, that's fine. That was the reason why I painted the background before. I'm imagining that this should work. Adding water to my paper towel. I'm going to use a very small strip like this, and I will be adding a bit of lighter values on top. I'm going to put some white on my table, and I am going to use coconut hair serum. It's not coconut oil, not cooking oil. This is a hair product. This is a dimethicone product, and it's going to help create some cells. So it's moist. Dip it in my white, and now let's see what happens. Now, while the sea is getting dry, that's actually pretty funny, I'm going to paint the lighthouse. I've got my browns, I've got burnt umber, burnt sienna, Naples yellow and white, and I want some beigey colour. But I do remember that lots of lighthouses have some red sections, like a big thick stripe, or quite a few of them. So I might consider this as well. It's already off-white, as you can see, but I do want to cover it with paint. So if it's not for the color, that's for protection, that's for sure. Something like that. So it's not much of a difference, however, it's going to be nicely coated. Whatever I'm making, I decide on the light source side. So this time I usually do it from the left, but because my lighthouse is closer to the left edge, I'm going to put my imaginary sun here. So this is going to be red, and I might do the roof red as well. Oh, that's way too grey, way too grey. Or maybe not. I'm darkening it up now. I want it a bit of like a rusty colour as well. And I definitely don't want it uniform, so let's keep it for now like this. These are not cracks, that's the texture when I was rolling the clay, and I quite liked it, so I left it because that gives me this sort of weathered look. I'm going to be playing with colors now, and I love this section, so if you're not too keen, you can skip this this bit. I know my patrons will appreciate a full length of this, especially if you are making something similar. That might be helpful. As you can see, I'm going for quite some contrast here. I think there's one more color that we need to make the bricks or whatever, the walls, look more realistic. And this is yellow ochre. Yeah, that's the color I needed. I keep testing and testing till I'm happy, and it's finally the color I want. Because my building is rather old, I definitely don't want this vibrant red like this. So I need to mix it with perhaps this. Orange should look nice against our blue background. Now I am going to be adding shadows to the section of the, well, let's say balcony. The last thing, some railings with a little bit of yellow. Okay, I am happy with my lighthouse, I think. I am going to glue the lighthouse before I paint the rocks because I want to put it inside here. I left the gap. I've got all-purpose glue and diamond glaze. I will use both. I did put a little mark here and here so that I know where to position it. I need help to switch the camera off because I will be holding it for a minute or two. Painting rocks, and I know there's a gap here that I'll have to fill up. I'm using basically the same colors I used before. Maybe let's make them darker first and then I'll sprinkle white. So the rocks are looking like this now, and I am filling the gap here. I'm going to mix the paste with some color. Obviously a bit of black. Be careful here, filling this gap. The good news is these are rocks, so they can be rough. So this is one of my seagulls, either going this way or that way. Yeah, this way. Okay. All right. I am risking a bit, but not too much, because I can wipe it off if things go wrong. That's a really thick flip. Didn't expect it so thick. Maybe this will work actually. Couple really small ones. Very final touches would be adding some grey to my seagulls. Oh, that's way too dark. I might even use a little bit of this blue maybe, but this is a minuscule amount. And the edges would be the lightest because that's where the sun is shining through. Well, if you would like to own this unusual original piece, it's going to be on my website, abcreativeofficial.com. How about some tiny sprinkle? That's nice. We've got some white on the rocks. Very good. Well, there we are. I hope you enjoyed this one. It took longer than I originally expected because I kept changing my mind throughout. There will be a colossal extended tutorial of this one available on my Patreon, which you can join for just $2 a month, help support the channel and get extended versions of my tutorials each week. Also, this original piece can be yours by heading over to my website, abcreativeofficial.com, where it is for sale. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing, leaving a like or comment if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next Saturday. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.